is a busy week in the world of stand-up comedy. We've got John Mulaney's live talk show coming back this week. There's a Bill Burr special. Next week, Bert Kreischer's got a special. And they just announced Kill Tony is moving to Netflix. This is all huge news. Hi, I'm Johnny Mac, host of Daily Comedy News Podcast. If you want to keep up on what the stand-up comedians are up to, or you just want a nice breezy show to start your morning, I'll tell you what's happening in the world of comedy. 10 to 12 minutes, 7 days a week. It's called Daily Comedy News. I'll see you on the podcast, and until then, enjoy this catchy song. It's stuck in your head. Sorry. Daily Comedy News.
I have a question for you. What purple McDonald's character, introduced in 1971 as part of McDonaldland, is known for his love of milkshakes? Hi, I'm Mark Ellison, host of the podcast 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's another question. What NFL team, founded in 1961, is known for its purple uniforms and Viking horn logo? No, the questions aren't always purple, but we do have theme days on 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's one more. What 1984 Prince film and album features the hit songs When Doves Cry and a song about rain? Follow 5 Daily Trivia Questions and come play along. Oh, and the answers: The Grimace, The Vikings, and Purple Rain. 5 Daily Trivia Questions wherever you get your shows. The number 5 Daily Trivia Questions.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where if you paid into Social Security for 40 years, it sucks to be you, this is Ballot.
That's right, or as Spellcheck has it in my script, ballet. You write it, I'll read it. Let's hit this. Hi, I'm Patrick Gutfield, and you know how you distract everyone from noticing you're destroying the environment? You threaten Social Security. But let's start with the EPA. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin just announced what he's calling the most consequential day of deregulation in American history. I don't know about you, but when someone starts bragging about deregulation, I immediately think, oh good, my drinking water needed more zazz. Zeldin wrote an essay in the Wall Street Journal where he declared he's driving a dagger through the heart of climate change religion. Because nothing says reasonable policy discussion like describing environmental science as a cult that needs to be stabbed. He's rolling back 31 environmental rules, including those on pollution from coal-fired power plants. You know what they say? If you can't see the air you're breathing, is it really air? Zeldin also wants to rewrite the 2009 finding that greenhouse gases endanger public health. It's like deciding gravity is just a theory we can ignore if it's inconvenient. I guess all these guys figure that they'll be dead by the time the food chain collapses. Screw it, let's make some money. Climate scientist Michael Mann called this just the latest form of Republican climate denial. Meanwhile, Russell Vought from Project 2025 is thrilled, while Jason Relander from the Center for Biological Diversity said, the Trump administration's ignorance is trumped only by its malice toward the planet. You know, when I first heard Michael Mann is warning about climate change, I thought, wow, the guy who directed Heat is really concerned about rising temperatures. Turns out it's a different Michael Mann. This one studies actual heat. If the director Michael Mann made a climate change movie, it would be called Collateral Damage and feature Tom Cruise as a rogue meteorologist racing against time to convince politicians that hurricanes are bad. Climate scientist Michael Mann keeps telling us the planet is experiencing the perfect storm. But unlike the movie, this one doesn't star George Clooney on a fishing boat. It stars all of us on a rapidly warming planet. When climate scientist Michael Mann talks about The Last of the Mohicans, he's not referencing the movie. He's talking about the last of the glaciers that used to cover North America. The director Michael Mann gave us Miami Vice, while scientist Michael Mann is warning us that soon Miami might need a vice grip just to stay above water. Climate scientist Michael Mann is trying to get us to focus on his public enemies list. But instead of John Dillinger and Babyface Nelson, it's carbon emissions and fossil fuel executives. Director Michael Mann's movie Thief was about stealing jewels, while scientist Michael Mann warns about how we're stealing from future generations with our current climate policies. Okay, AI writing team, we get the joke. Speaking of movies, nice segue, Michael Douglas just woke up from hibernation, and boy, is he confused about America's new best friend. The 80-year-old actor popped onto Instagram after a 2-month absence to basically ask, "Did I miss something? We're buddies with Russia now?" Douglas seemed genuinely baffled, saying, "I thought they had been trying to destroy us for the last 75 years. Which is fair, and it's like finding out your high school bully is now dating your mom. But President Donald Trump, 78, apparently has no issues cozying up to Vladimir Putin, 72. I guess Trump figured, why fight with Russia when we have plenty of perfectly good allies to alienate? Douglas quickly changed the subject, probably realizing that questioning our new Russian friendship might get him on some kind of list. Instead, he started bragging about 2 movie anniversaries. The 50th anniversary of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and the 25th anniversary of Wonder Boys. Speaking of Cuckoo's Nest, watching America's foreign policy these days might make you feel like you belong in that institution. And Wonder Boys? Well, we're all wondering, boys and girls, what exactly is happening with our international relations? Hey, Michael, who was the guy who played the guy who taught us green is good? Seems like a few people in power took your movie seriously. Oh yeah, Social Security. We should get to that, because Elon sure did. You know Elon is off the rails when even Trump is distancing himself. Elon Musk went on Fox Business and decided to swing his Doge chainsaw at what he called entitlement spending, and now the White House is scrambling faster than a Tesla on autopilot near a fire truck. Musk told Larry Kudlow that most of federal spending is entitlements, and that's the big one to eliminate. Which is exactly what you want to hear from the guy who's supposed to be making government more efficient, not eliminating grandma's monthly check. The Trump administration rushed to clarify that they're not cutting Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. They even said President Trump himself has said it over and over and over again, which is their way of saying, please don't make us play the clips of all the times he actually said the opposite. The White House statement then bizarrely attacked journalist Jake Sherman, calling him Fake Sherman. I haven't heard a nickname that creative since 3rd grade when the kids called me Patrick No-Field because I couldn't catch a baseball. Trump's team claims Musk was only talking about waste in these programs. You know, because when someone says they want to eliminate something, they obviously just mean the bad parts. That's like saying, I want to eliminate this sandwich, and then clarifying you just meant the crust. Portions of today's program were made with decades of hard work by you, a billionaire who wants to take your money away, and some AI jokes about some second-tier movies.